The Last of Us is no doubt one of my favorite games of all time. I mean, it has great gameplay, lovable characters, and an extremely well-told story that gets you every time you play the game. And some of my other favorite games of all time, I liked them so much that I decided to get the Platinum Trophy. So far, I've platinumed Resident Evil 2 Remake, Resident Evil 4 Remake, and Fallout 76. That's a fun game. Fight me. That's only 3 platinums though, and I'd like to increase that number. And what better game than The Last of Us Part 1, the PS5 remake / remaster of the original 2013 version. The 2013 game doesn't look bad at all, but the graphics on the PS5 just completely blow it out of the water. I'm gonna stop right there because this isn't a review, it's a video about me getting the Platinum Trophy, so let's just get into it. Spoiler warning in case you haven't played this game in the past 10 years. So, this game has 29 trophies, 14 bronze, 7 silver, 7 gold, and of course, the Platinum. The bronze trophies are Fallen Firefly for picking up a Firefly pendant, Self-Help for finding a training manual, Savage Starlight Fan for finding a comic, Geared Up for crafting every item, In Memoriam for picking up Frank's note after Bill discards it, Lights Out, which is to take out the spotlight generator in Pittsburgh in stealth, Waterlogged, ride the sewer contraption with Henry and Sam, Left Hanging, that's just don't give Ellie a high five, Who's a Good Boy, pet Buckley the dog, Nobody's Perfect, play the Jag X minigame Left Behind, Brickmaster, win the brick throwing contest, Angel Knives, defeat Black Fang without getting hit, Skills, win the water gun fight, Live Bait, use a brick or bottle to lure an infected into attacking a human. And the silver trophies are Something to Fight for finding all training manuals, Combat Ready for fully upgrading a weapon, Master of Unlocking for unlocking all the shiv doors, Prepared for the Worst, find all workbenches, Sticky Fingers for opening up all the safes, Sharpest Tool in the Shed for finding all workbench tools, Build 'em up, break 'em down, upgrade and break all melee weapons. And last but not least, the gold trophies are No Matter What for beating the main game, Don't Go for being left behind, Look for the Light for finding all the Firefly pendants, Endure and Survive for finding all the comics, Chronicles for collecting all the notes and artifacts, Getting to Know You for activating all the optional conversations, and that's all I got for surviving all of Ellie's jokes. And of course the Platinum. It can't be for nothing for collecting all the trophies. So I'd already played the game once before and had unlocked a few of the trophies, those being Fallen Firefly, Self-Help, Savage Starlight Fan, Geared Up, Sticky Fingers, Who's a Good Boy, because, I mean,
Hey,
who's
buddy.
not gonna pet the dog?
That's Buckley. Not much of a guard dog. But he's good to have around.
That's a good boy.
Combat Ready. I quite liked the revolver and it had the fewest upgrades, so that's the one I did first. Sharpest Tool in the Shed. Prepared for the Worst. And No Matter What.
Okay.
Obviously, I was quite an explorer as I had gotten all the tools, workbenches, and safes. However, I still had the shiv doors, firefly pennants, comics, and artifacts to complete. But first, I had to play the Left Behind DLC, which is part of the main game in this version. I had actually never played this before in the original game, so I was excited to experience a new story. even though having seen the Last of Us episode, that kind of ruined it for me. Oops. So the trophies I got on the first one were Brickmaster.
Ha! Bingo! That's one! Yes! Brick f***ing master!
My car had tougher windows.
Skills,
Bullshit.
There we go.
Oh!
Live Bait. When getting Live Bait, I was surprised that I hadn't gotten it already in the main game, but then I realized that maybe you can't. I can't think of a time during the main story where it would be possible to get this one. Let me know in the comments if there is.
There we go.
And don't go. Before hopping back into Left Behind again to finish off those trophies, I went through the New Game Plus and collected every note, comic, Firefly pendant, Shiv door, everything I could. After playing for a bit, I got my first new trophy for breaking down the last melee weapon I needed.
Oh, there we go.
Then my next trophy I got by picking up Frank's note. The next trophy I got was Lights Out. I was worried about this one since I'm bad at stealth, but I managed. The next trophy I got was Waterlogged, which I should have gotten it on my first playthrough. I specifically remember riding the thing to see if it's possible to make it in time, not even knowing it was a trophy. But I didn't get a trophy then, and later while I was reading through the trophies, I was upset and confused as to why I had never gotten this one. I also love how they call it a contraption, like not even the devs know what the hell this thing is supposed to be. Then I completed That's All I Got. One I had to use a guide for because some of the joke triggers are very specific, but I enjoyed listening to Ellie tell all of her jokes.
That is so dumb. I love it.
Next was Left Hanging, something I really didn't want to do, but after getting the trophy, it seemed in character for Joel not to give her a high five, and I thought that was funny.
Really? Just gonna leave me hanging?
Uh-huh.
Alright. Let's see how it is. It's just that vibe. Just vibes like.
Before continuing the main story, I jumped back into Left Behind and got the 2 remaining trophies. Nobody's Perfect for playing the Jack X game,
Finish line. Man, shooting race cars? The game is stupid.
and Angel Knives for beating Black Fang without taking any damage. With Left Behind done, it's time to finish the main story. First, I found my last training manual, getting me the Something to Fight For trophy. Then I found my last Shiv door, and in that same room I found my last Firefly pendant, getting me the Master of Unlocking and Look for the Light trophies. At the end of the game, I got my last comic, earning me the Endure and Survive trophy. I only had 2 trophies left to earn, and that was Getting to Know You and Chronicles. How did I know Chronicles would be one of the last trophies I was going to need? Luckily, the game tells you how many of each collectibles you've gotten in each chapter and each encounter, which would have made my life so much easier, but I saw I was missing a conversation in the museum. I had talked to Tess before, but I had no idea you could talk to Ellie here too, so I did that and got my trophy.
I'm okay.
And now I'm down to 1 more trophy. I was missing 1 collectible, 1 artifact, and the entire game was the only thing standing between me and that sweet Platinum Trophy. I looked through the menu, and it turns out the collectible I was missing was in the hospital. This was perfect, right at the end of the game, the most epic conclusion to get the Platinum Trophy.
Is there one in here? Yes! This is it. Come on. There we go.
And after that, the Platinum was mine. After less than 50 hours, 47 to be exact, I had gotten Platinum. Honestly, it was fun and satisfying. I feel like there could have been some more trophies, such as beating the game on specific difficulties, but I'm happy with the trophies we got, and I'm glad there's no multiplayer trophies to grind for. Those were honestly the main reason I never tried to Platinum in the original Last of Us, or the remastered. But let me know what you think, and tell me in the comments what other games I should try in Platinum. I'm thinking Doom 2016 or Resident Evil 3 Remastered. I don't know, but I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.
Alright, that's all of them.